33 teams making their way to Pioneer High School in Ann Arbor that included many from the southern portion of the state. Big props go out to the first and second alliances who battled hard. In fact, the semifinals resulted in 2 tiebreakers to decide our finalists. But in the end, it was the third and fourth alliances who advanced. Jim and Dan set to bring you action from the deciding match.
In 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, so here we go in autonomous mode, finals match 2 at the Ann Arbor district. We can see both alliances look like they're trying to get a gear up, and red was successful, blue was not.
Yeah, so the Lakers scoring the gear and scoring 6 balls in the autonomous mode there. I don't know if those balls were counted, but they went in, so double scoring action by Our Lady of the Lakes.
Yep, and it did count 6, so that is an advantage. 81-15 coming out of autonomous mode for our number 4 alliance in red. We can see both alliances now are moved into wholesale gear delivery.
Yeah, so we got Green Hills coming in here and the Dreadbots. Dreadbots now moving back downfield for blue with a gear in their possession. Green Hills still loading from the retrieval station.
Yep, and it's 2 rotors apiece now. Both alliances now working on that third rotor. I think we won't see too much happening beyond the gear running and a little bit of defense there played by the Dreadbots.
Yeah, so the Red Alliance now blocking Dreadbots here. Dreadbots trying to get back in and get another gear from the retrieval station as Red around the back scoring another gear, lifting up to their pilot in the air station.
We got about 80 seconds remaining in the match, still 2-2 on those propellers, and they are trying to, looks like, rush the last couple gears out so they can get that third propeller started, and Red does get it there, so the number 4 alliance with all 3 propellers done. And it looks like their robots now have switched to a defensive position. We can see 5066 and 6101 both blocking different lanes on the field to try to get an advantage and slow down that last blue propeller.
Yeah, but if you look here, Dan, 5053 is stalled at the retrieval station, so this is kind of an important thing. I'm not sure if there's a problem with their robot, but the other 2 red robots are in defensive posture. They've got their 3 rotors rotating. But the Blue Alliance moving back in, I think, now to the end game here.
Yep, and Blue did answer back, so it looks like they got 1 gear past that defensive blockade. They both now have 3 rotors spinning. As we go into end game, the ropes are now down, and that robot you're talking about, 5053, Our Lady of the Lakes, not going to be able to come back and hang, so Red at a disadvantage.
Dreadbots up very quickly with a very fast hang by Dexter, and here goes 5144 for blue.
Right, and kind of a late hook there by 5066, but they went up in a hurry with about 5 seconds to spare, so we're gonna have 2 hanging robots to 2 hanging robots. The third blue one not able to hook onto the rope there at the back of the airship. That takes us to a final score, a close match. Final score of 261 to 235. The number 4 alliance in red is going to take final match 2 and the Ann Arbor district.
But again, we had parity on pretty much everything except for the opening autonomous mode for red, giving them the win.
I think it was all in our scouting system. 6101 picked us, and because they knew we could shoot fuel, and we were able to pick 5066 because we knew that they could climb consistently every match, and that's what allowed us to win.
Each year we learn new lessons. This year we had really sound mechanisms. I'm a programmer myself, but I was very impressed by our mechanisms this year, especially our climber, which worked in nearly every single match.